This thing is launched live, baby.
On deck!
Good experience. Their heads are right, they've been in the weight room. I would say these kids got very strong this past fall. Just knowing that anything is possible pretty much this year.
And now,
we're focusing on one game at a time, just focusing on making sure we execute every play, every moment.
the Austin High Maroon On Deck Show.
Players, my teammates, we developed a really good relationship over the season.
Brought to you by Plains Capital, Nance Orthodontic, Mark Hart Architecture, by Delta Millworks, by Somanos, by Prosperity Roofing, by Cover Chevrolet, by James Gonan Architecture, and by the Chuck Nash Auto Group, by Tate Property, Terrytown Pharmacy, Innovative Care, Timeless Service, 8118 Dental Professionals, dental care focused on whole body wellness, Sportsman's Barbershop, a friendly neighborhood barbershop, Horizon Bank. Since 1905, Horizon has been proud to work with local businesses across Central Texas and beyond. And now to the Maroon Broadcast booth. Here's David Roy and James Scott.
Hi everyone, I'm Gigi for Chuck Nash Chevrolet Buick GMC in San Marcos. We'd like to invite you to shop Chuck Nash, where we combine small town hospitality with a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Right now, we have over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and a friendly staff to guide you through your purchase. Stop into Chuck Nash Chevrolet Buick GMC today and experience a new way of buying or selling your next vehicle.
defensive positions.
Now they should be able to hear us. So we had some audio issues. We're just talking amongst ourselves up here for the sake of ourselves, it seems.
We like to entertain ourselves.
Look, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong. Okay, so let's go ahead and set the defensive positioning of the Austin High Maroons. On the mound, you've got Jaden Beza, senior. His battery mate, James Scott Jr. Over at first base, you have Fletcher Wilson. Second base, Patrick Bird. Shortstop, Logan Kinney. Third base, Javier Godinez. Left field, you've got Bodie Martiak. In center field, you got Drew Anderson. And in right field, you have Jason Martinez. Martinez getting the start here in right field after doing yeoman's work off the mound yesterday. So on the mound, as I said, we have Jaden Beza. This is his third game pitch, second start. He's thrown 3 innings, faced 20 batters, thrown 61 pitches, got a 1-1 record. Given up 8 hits, 6 runs all earned. Walked 3, struck out 1. So this is a big game for Jaden just to kind of work off the last bit of rust he may have as we move into district play. You got to figure that he would fit into that pitching rotation in some way, shape, or form. He's a lefty, much more in the mold of Floyd Bannister and Frank Tanana, for those of you old enough to remember them. He's off speed. His key is control and working different locations. So just like we talked about yesterday during the game, Maroons aren't going to have pitching that's just going to come in like a Nolan Ryan and just blow you away. We have to pitch and change locations, change speeds, and keep the hitters off balance.
So we will get our first look at Beza off the mound today. And we are ready to roll.
Pull up a chair. It's time for Maroon baseball.
And we'll come in top of the first. And Beza, that first one gets swung on and missed. And it'll go down 0-1 on the count. Throws, strikes, keep these Corpus Christi batters off base, and that one able to find the zone for the 0-2. So Beza starting out strong here. That one swing and the strikeout and throw down the line to first puts one away.
And that's a way to get it started by Jaden Beza. Last couple of games, we've had a hard time getting out of the first or second inning without giving up a crooked number. Good to see Jaden working ahead.
This time gets ball one here. He comes out after throwing 3 strikes. He's thrown 2 balls. So a 2-0 count here for Beza to work from, and that one high and upstairs. It'll go ball 3. Strike one. 3-0, you generally are just going to take and just let it go by regardless, unless it's something you just absolutely love.
This key pitch right here, see if he can keep this appearance going.
No. So.
All right, that just sets up the double play. We've turned a couple this tournament so far. This is our 4th out of 5 games in 3 days.
puts one on, one away. No hits, no errors. The one to first on a walk. Wind up pitch. Goes for strike one. So Besa coming up on pitch number 10 here of the inning. This one swung right back to him, and Kenny was in position, just couldn't make it, and coming up, Drew Anderson tried to bare knuckle it, and he could just not do it.
That'll go as a base hit. Kenny was shaded over towards second base, which is what gave him at least an opportunity to make that play.
Mm-hmm. This one driven out into the gap, and that'll go down as another base hit. One rounding third, the other. They're going to say the throw was not in time.
Yeah, he looks safe to me. Coach Hayes is going to come over and talk, but look from this angle like he was safe.
Coach A not too thrilled with the news.
We got a first and third situation on here. Haven't seen Carroll play yet. This should be their fifth hole hitter. Rodriguez in. Be interesting to see if they put on a play here with one out.
The wind up, down low. Goes ball one.
Nice job by Base, just keeping him honest over there at first. Seeing if he'd jump early.
Yep.
A lot of times, especially with a lefty on the mound, the runners, if they're going to go and steal, they'll go in the first motion. Ooh, that was just off the corner. Curveball tried the back door and didn't quite get enough of the plate. That was close. Takes that count to 2 balls, no strikes.
Yep. Runners at the corners, one away, and a run has already come across. That sun trying to peek its way through, break through the clouds here. And Besa.
Defensive indifference there.
Yep.
They just let them have the bag.
So that'll put 2 in scoring position. This one inside. That'll go ball 3. So Besa, a strong start. And then, for reasons unknown, find a little adversity here. A 3-1. This one lifted into the right center field gap. That'll bring 1 across. Second run, rounding third. And that run will score. It'll be a base hit double.
And another crooked number in the first inning. Boy, let's hope we get all those crooked numbers out in tournament play and we don't take that into district. Meeting on the mound.
Just having a little quick conference. Not necessarily just a conversation with Besa either. This is a conversation with everyone. Coach A not thrilled with the early going performance here. Perhaps the Maroons woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Well, that's all right. Time to turn it around. Want to give a special shout out to Mikey DeLeon and all the guys at Sportsman's Barber Shop. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying this morning of Maroon baseball. Just the top of the first. We just got started. 3-0 Corpus Christi Carroll. Maroons have yet to bat. Thank you guys for being loyal forever and Maroon sponsors.
Wind up throw. This one, contact made. That'll roll and stay fair. And then the throw is way too high. And the umpire calling for time.
Yeah, the runner's out because he obstructed the defensive play.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
He kept Contreras from being able to get a handle on it.
Not Contreras, that's Scott back there.
Okay, excuse me.
Yeah, he wasn't in the baseline.
He was in the baseline. He kind of came in.
He was definitely on the grass side. So the runner's actually out, so no harm, no foul there. So that makes it 2 out. The runner has to go back to second.
And no error for Austin High.
A little chirping from the Corpus Christi Carroll side. Of course, he has no view of it, being 90 feet away and at a wrong angle. So the better beef would have been from the first base coach.
Wind up, Besa.
It's just called Besa for a balk. You got to come set when you're coming from the stretch. You have to pause. Technically, it's supposed to be a second, but most of the time, as long as you pause, they'll let you go.
It just got to take a beat. And comes back, ball 2. A lot of action early on here in this first half inning. Still top of the first. Corpus Christi Carroll up 3-0.
Well, let's just get this out and go back in and hit and get our own bats going.
It's a wind up from Besa, fouled off for strike 1. So a 2-1 count, 2 away, 3 runs across, and a runner sitting at third. Wind up throw. This one struck clean and into the gap at left center. And the 4th run will come across on the base hit.
All right, we just need an out. Let's get an out here. Got a force at second. Defense playing pretty much straight away. Godinez hugging the line over there at third. Like to see him take a step or two to the left. He's got enough range, especially with the lefty up now. Big hole over there on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm. This one struck right back at the mound, and unable to get there is Bird. And so another base hit. Corpus swinging the bats well today. 4 runs rather, currently scored on 5 hits.
This is their 9-hole hitter up.
So Austin High will have seen the entirety of the lineup here in just at the top of the first. Talk about keeping base runners honest. Besa stared him down. The runner didn't flinch until Besa finally came off. This one, roller over to second. Kenny says, I will beat you to the bag myself. And that will retire the side. Bring you into the bottom of the first, Austin High. Down 4-0. 4 runs scored on 5 hits, and that will see us come up with the Austin High lineup when we come back. You're watching Maroon Baseball on the Vibe Live Network.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Welcome back in. We'll get the Maroon lineup set here for you.
We got a batting order leading off and catching. Senior number 3, James Scott. Batting second and pitching on the mound, Jaden Besa. Batting third and DHing, Osby Contreras. Batting fourth and playing third base, Javi Godinez. Batting fifth and playing first base, Fletcher Wilson. Batting sixth and playing left field, Bodie Martiak. Batting seventh, playing second base, Patrick Bird. Batting eighth and playing center field, Drew Anderson. And batting ninth and playing right field, Jason Martinez. So from the top we have Scott, Basin, Contreras, Godinez, Wilson, and Martiak, Bird, Anderson, and Martinez.
Of course, you have Logan Kenny listed there as being out there at short.
He is being DH for today.
Yep.
James Scott leading off the game. He's working on a 12-game hitting string, looking at 13. Stepping in at .533 batting average for this year, 600 on-base percentage, 1267 OPS, and he himself is a patron of Sportsman's Barbershop.
There you go. So come in here, bottom of the first, and James Scott on deck. Now, Austin High over the past really couple of weeks have had these where they get into a hole early, and then the bats come alive a little bit later. Like to see a fast start from the plate today. So the 0-1.
So far, the Corpus Christi Carroll pitchers thrown one at 68, one at 63, so we're going to have to be patient. That's not nearly as fast as what we're used to seeing. That was 73. James right on it, just fouled it back. He was just a hair under it.
So 1-2 count here for him. A wind up, down low in the dirt, and that'll go ball 2.
He's hitting all 10 games this season, and the last 2 of last year when he went on that tear, going 6 for 6 to end the season.
Mm-hmm. Besa on deck. And the 2-2 upstairs. Scott had to turn away. That would fit with. Not for that, with taking it on the cheek. Fouls this one off, so stays alive on the 3-2.
Mama would not be happy with that. No dental work needed. Come on. Love that chin guard there on the batting helmets these days.
Yes.
Didn't have that back in the old days when I played.
You took it on the chin or you didn't. This one down low, and James Scott will get on the walk.
Coach A going to let him stay in and not courtesy run for him, which makes sense. He is your fastest guy on the team. We'll see, maybe he'll hold off until we get 2 outs. Jaden Basis up. He's hitting .409 with a .533 on-base percentage, 1170 OPS. Swinging a very, very hot bat. 2 doubles, 1 home run, 6 RBIs.
Wind up, check swing, and they're going to say Besa did not come around, nor was it in the zone for a strike call.
Rodriguez obviously struggling with his control. Maroon hitters need to be patient. Don't chase. Let's get some of those runs back.
Wind up, Sarge on the move, and he's going to throw on the brakes. And he's got to beat the throw to first.
Well, that was an ugly dive back.
Yeah.
He hit that dirt out there.
He came up a little bit short and had to almost scramble. The only good news about it is it kicked up such a cloud of dirt. First base lost track of where the ball is to be able to try and recover.
Boy, he hit and just kind of stuck, and his ankles went sort of over his back. It looked like a C, the letter C, sponsored by Sesame Street today. The letter C, Osby Contreras stepping in, 364 on the season.
And he takes one across the shoulder blades, and that'll send him to first, and we'll put James Scott in scoring position.
I was about to say Osby Contreras has a .548 on-base percentage. Just went up with that hit by pitch.
You're checking on that arm there a little bit where he took it across, working that left arm a little bit.
That brings up Javi Godinez, senior, hitting .308, 400 on-base percentage, 977 OPS. 3 doubles, 2 triples, leads the team in triples, driven in 6. Scored 2.
Only the 1 out right now. A wind up, throw, and Godinez slices this one way into left field, but he got all of it. Just pulled it left.
He pulled it left about 200 feet.
I mean, that's into the tree line over here behind third base.
Maybe that qualifies as one of those straighten it out.
I guess.
You know. Mm-hmm.
Left field's 325, straightaway center 380. And it's down in the dirt. Some of your more aggressive base runners might have tried to go there in a situation like that, and Scott certainly thought about it before he decided to take the more conservative approach and backed off.
Yeah, there's a fine line when you're down 4 and you're on second base already in scoring position to be too aggressive.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that ball bounces off to the side, preferably towards the first base side, to make that throw longer down to third. If you bounces right in front of the catcher or towards third, that just works in the catcher's favor.
So 1-1 count here for Godinez. And the windup, this end downstairs, ball 2. So a 2-1 count here for Javi Godinez.
You know, this sun is burning off this cloud cover.
And Godinez feeling the heat, had to take the helmet off and shake the hair out. That control problem still continuing for Rodriguez off the mound. It's 3 in a row that he has been unable to find the zone with. And that's upstairs. So we've got Godinez getting on a walk, and now bases loaded with the tying run coming up to the plate.
So just checked the schedule, and this is Carroll's 5th game of this tournament. So like most high school teams, they are on fumes with pitching.
Certainly explains some of the struggles Rodriguez having right now as he comes out, throws another ball. 4 in a row now. Breaking out the umbrellas up here.
The Texas sun and dark IT equipment do not go well together.
They do not. This gets fouled off for strike 1.
We'll figure out positioning in between innings.
A nice little breeze picking up, though, to keep things cool. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Bases loaded. Shortstop coming in to have a quick meeting.
Meeting of the minds.
Yeah, no kidding. So Fletcher Wilson down 1-2 here with 1 away. And Wilson calls for time.
So Rodriguez is going to go out of the windup, it looks like. That should allow our runners to get a good jump.
And Wilson will foul this one off. So it will remain 1-2 on the count, 1 away. And he'll take the 1-2 high and outside for the 2-2 count. And that one.
Oh, we should have taken that. That is not aggressive base running.
Wilson, I think, I don't know what I can't tell because of the white gloves if he was telling Scott to stay.
Well, James got to read that on his own, and that bounced far enough away.
Yeah.
He had that all the way.
And it's like Fletcher Wilson stepped in and didn't want him to leave, and Coach A telling Scott, you got to go, man. That was way to the wall. And Wilson fouls this off on the 3-2. So battling out here at least. But an opportunity missed to cut this to 3.
A little base hit here wouldn't really matter much, although your runner on first would have been at second. So maybe he'll shoot one in the gap and everybody will score and just call it even. How about that?
There you go. At the very least, you get a base hit here. You got to think Contreras can make that move. And instead, Wilson will go down swinging on a strike 3. So Bodie Martiak comes up as the tying run to the plate.
Martiak 2 for 6 on this young season. This is his 5th game played. .333 batting average.
Wind up. Ball 1. And the 1-0. Slice that one down the third base line.
You know, with 2 outs, Coach A's still leaving in Scott over at third instead of putting in a courtesy runner so he could get the gear on.
Probably hoping like we are that Martiak can put this in play and Scott will score and it won't matter. Down low, takes a Corpus Christi roll back towards the mound and to the third base side, but it will be ball 2. And the 2-1 turns into 3-1. Bases still loaded. Bottom of the first.
Nice
and
job.
The run comes across and will score on the walk.
It's the best way to pick up an RBI. Maybe not the best way, easiest way. I'll put it that way.
So Martiak walks.
So as it turns out that not advancing on the wild pitch didn't really hurt him because that would have left first base open. So I guess you could say all's well that ends well, but we'd still like to see a little bit more reading on that pitch earlier.
Yeah, a little bit more, I think, maybe urgency. You have the pass ball. I mean, and who knows, too, does that play out differently, right? So if Scott is able to take it from third and Contreras is able to move up, you know, everybody advances one. Does Fletcher Wilson then maybe come back with a little bit more urgency? Does he maybe make contact? You know, a lot of the what-if scenarios that can be played out. You've cut this down now. I mean, it's 3 runs, but how different could it have been?
Yep. Well, let's see what Patrick Bird can do. Just coming back from an injury. Been out all year until I believe it was yesterday. He's 2 for 3 on the season. Did double yesterday, drove in 1, scored 1. A double would be just what the doctor ordered right now. You got some speed on the bases with Godinez at second. There you go. Get down.
Bird lifting this. That's a base hit. 1 comes across the row. Throw to the plate is not in time. Martiak and Bird will advance, and 2 will score.
How about that? Patrick Bird coming through. How often this season, so early, have we missed that big 2-out hit, and Bird just delivered right there. This brings up Drew Anderson. Anderson's got a job or an opportunity to add some more. He's been hitting .333 on the season. A lot of playing time, 500 on-base percentage, .917 OPS. Base hit should score 2. It's a 4-3 game now. Rodriguez still working out of the windup. So that should give Bird, who's got pretty decent speed over there at second, extra jump.
Martiak sitting at third. This one outside here for Drew Anderson. Puts him up 2-0. Not a bad way to come back if you're Patrick Bird. You come out and First at bat in your return, and then it's a big one, brings you within one and puts you in scoring position.
It's good to see him shake off that rust before we get into district play.
And Anderson will swing and miss at the 2-1. Martinez on deck.
It was 72 down the middle. Drew taking a good two-strike approach, choking up on the bat.
Contact, that one slips into the gap. 1 run scores. And so Martiak will tie it up. Coach A saw Patrick Bird wanted to round it and continue on to the plate, and Coach A had him throw on the brakes.
Well, that would have been tempting to send him and make a play, but we didn't. So that's all right. It's first and third. Jason Martinez here, stepping in, hitting .235 on the season, .350 on base percentage. Driven in 3, scored 3. He's playing right field for us. He's a football, baseball guy, wide receiver in football. And boy, he was MVP of our team yesterday. Even though we took the loss, he came in and ate up a lot of innings that really saved our pitching staff for today. Really gutsy performance.
So 2-0 count for Martinez, and he'll take strike 1. Tied game, 4 apiece, and the other plus side to it is because that top of the first inning saw Besa go through the entire lineup. Well, now because of how long this bottom of the first is going, it's giving Besa some time to kind of recharge and reset here.
Absolutely.
Heading into the top of the second.
Just what the doctor ordered. And hey,
we'll take that too. I mean, so we're going to load the bases back up, and just like that, yeah, James Scott here, he had the gear on. Now he had to take it all back off and comes back up. We're back to the top of the order for Austin High.
So interesting, he's still leading the team in RBIs. It's interesting because usually your leadoff man does not lead the team, which is a testament to the bottom of the order actually getting on base.
Correct. And he'll take this one for the 1-0.
So leads the team in RBIs today and runs scored with 12. Now 13, I guess he came around and scored. And he's got to stay within himself here, not get overly aggressive and expand that zone. Obviously, Rodriguez struggling with his control. Just wait on that pitch that he grooves right down the center and then crush it.
So the 2-0 turns into 3-0, and Corpus Christi Carroll a pitch away from giving Austin High the lead on a walk. The 3-0.
Oh. Wow. Okay. They called that one a strike.
That was generous.
That's all right. Give him an opportunity. Make the most of it.
And the 3-0 gets fouled off onto the roof of the cages over there.
All right, this will give the runners a big jump.
So 3-2 They're already in motion. Scott lifts it right over to second, and that will retire the side. So as we head into the top of the second, we got ourselves a tied ball game, and unfortunate that with 2 outs, James Scott made contact but drives it straight over to second, just left it there and leaves the ducks on the pond, as it were. But the bats rallying early, good sign for the day. Now we'll see if Besa and the Maroon defensive lineup can rally here in the top of the second. When we come back, you're watching Maroons Baseball on the Vipe Live Network.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert. Welcome to Covert Chevrolet in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, where small town values drive big time savings. At Covert Bastrop, we understand what matters to you most. A good deal, great service, and dealing with people you trust. What matters to you matters to us. Rooted in family values since 1909, the Coverts have been serving Central Texas for 6 generations. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop. Together, let's drive. CovertBastrop.com.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth, and we are getting things going with a quick out. But you see the numbers on the screen here. Tied up, 4 runs scored here for both sides. 4 runs scored on 5 hits for Corpus Christi Carroll. 4 runs scored on 3 hits here for Austin High. A lot of walks to help them out here as we bring you back into the action here with 1 away here in the top of the second. Jane Besa going back to work. Off the mound. So 2-1 count here. This one lifted.
There you go.
Straight to left.
2 up, 2 down, few pitches. Let's see if we can go ahead and end it here. Keep that pitch count low and get those Maroon bats going again.
Took him a little bit to settle in, but Besa back to work and looking good. Wind up. And it'll skip its way through for ball 1. This one fouled off.
He's out in front of that fastball. Be tempted to come in with some off-speed stuff. 323 down left, 325 down right, and 380 to dead center. There's that off-speed.
There it is.
Just missed the corner. Oh, yeah.
There it comes back with it. Finds the zone. 2-2 count. And comes back. Misses the zone on the 2-2 pitch. Full count here. Like to see him retire the side with this one. From the windup. And we'll put a runner on first with a walk with 2 outs. Base on the windup, comes inside and low, down at the ankles.
It's a 2-hour time limit in this tournament. We do have a game 2 at 1 p.m. against Vandergrift.
So the 2-hour time limit going to give everybody about an hour to go grab lunch. Fan-wise, gives us an hour to kind of reset here.
We're going to lose Lulu Korn, though.
We will lose a Lulu Korn.
It's never good to lose Lulu. But life happens. Other things go on. We understand. Lulu's part of our Austin High broadcasting team. She is producing everything you're seeing in this game.
All the cameras. We have our 3-camera setup. Still waiting on our 4th to come back. This pitch comes back.
See if we can get that 4th one out there in Berger, because I think there is a platform out there for it. So we'll have a center field camera shot, hopefully on Tuesday.
And 3-1 leads to another walk. So after a really strong start for Mbesa here, he gets down to the last out and now has walked 2. Runner in scoring position. A runner at first, and comes back with a nice pitch. Neatly tucks it inside for strike 1. And gets him to swing at the 0-1 offering. Go 2. So Besa needs 1 here. This one chopped right back to him. Besa, nice and easy throw back to first and retires the side.
And he leads us off in the bottom of the 2nd. We've got Besa, Contreras, and Godinez coming up.
There you go. So at the bottom of the 2nd, we'll see your 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up here for the Maroons. You're watching Maroon Baseball on the Vipe Live Network.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we're proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you. Or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Welcome back in. And the Maroons come back in. We'll see Besa go to work now from the plate. Try hitting the number 2 on the other one. So you have 1 and 1. There you go. Tied up at 4 apiece. Nothing really to speak of in that top of the second as we're now into the bottom. And you know, Besa walked a couple after getting him into a 2-out situation, then comes back, got him down into the 0-2, has to swing, and got him to just kind of skip it right back to him for him to make that throw to first himself.
Hey, and a tip of the hat, if you will, to Coach Rocky Clark, our first base coach.
There you go.
He's going without a cap, hence the pun. I think he was trying to get a little suntan on top of his head.
Well, you got to even that out. I mean,
sure.
You know, otherwise you have to wear the cap all the time, and didn't want to have to do that.
I thought you were going to tell me otherwise he'd be spray tanning. I don't see Coach Rocky Clark as a spray tanner.
No, I do not. I don't think that he would even know where to start with that, and I don't think he would entertain such frivolities.
Frivolities. That's the
go.
word
There
of the
you
day.
go.
David Roy, the English major. I love it.
Oh, we got ourselves a nice tied ball game here, 4-all. And Base are going to start this out with a skip that will get through on a base hit. One pitch, one swing of the bat, and Jaden Besa is on base.
That's going to be Landon Shipper. That's a courtesy runner.
Shipper coming in.
Bringing up Contreras, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning.
He took it on that left shoulder, and you know, Coach Clark over there at first was kind of working that arm for him a little bit, kind of helping him to keep it loose and stretched out perhaps. He'll come back up here. Fouls off this one, put him down 0-1. The 0-1 count here for Contreras. Shipper at first, and keeping him honest. Now we didn't point it out, but there is a pitching change here for Corpus Christi Carroll. It is not Rodriguez coming off the mound.
It is Flores.
And Contreras fouls off the 0-1.
You know, pitch count's probably going to come into play. I would guess Corpus probably has their first district play on Tuesday as well. So you can go up to, 45 pitches, I think, and you need 2 days off, which would be Sunday and Monday so he can come back.
So the 0-2, Contreras. Try to reach across. And there he goes. One away. Now Coach A kind of having.
He's just checking to see if he called that a called strike or a swinging strike. I believe he said he swung.
Because the umpire held off on giving the signal until the catcher finally just reached out and tagged Contreras on the chest. But Contreras was confused because he wasn't sure what the call was either. And he thought maybe he didn't go around for it to count.
Yeah, we got Javi Godinez up. He walked in the first and scored.
You can tell he was been playing in the dirt a little bit. He got a little tear.
This dirt here doesn't flow, as it were, when you slide. We've seen that a couple of times.
Godinez launching this one to center. They can't get to it. Shipper rounding second. He'll round third. Coach A waving him on. And Shipper will score.
There you go. Javi Godinez, team leader in triples, adds to that one. That is his third triple of the year. In this, our 11th game. 5-4 Maroons with Fletcher Wilson up. Fletcher's 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. One out, a lot of different ways to get this run. There you go, Fletcher. And that brings up Bodie Martiak. Martiak walked and scored in the first. Also got a ribby because the bases were loaded when he walked. 6-4 Maroons.
And only one out. And Martiak will foul off this one.
Got Patrick Bird on deck. Drew Anderson in the hole.
So the 0-1, one away. Martiak able to put this one in the gap between short and third, and that'll go down as another base hit. Advances Wilson and brings up Patrick Bird, who had a double his last time up.
Yeah, doubled and drove in two. I've got a single actually on the books.
Oh, have you? Okay.
I don't know. You would know better,
if
perhaps.
they have the base hit single in an air maybe that got him to second. Swing and a miss here. They're not keeping track in stadium for us of hits and airs for us, so we're having to make do ourselves here. So down low, Bird waving them on, and so runners will advance.
That's important. A single now should score two.
Yeah. That was a ball low, and it skipped back to the mound.
Really important here, David, that any ball in the air, Fletcher Wilson over at third needs to tag. Make sure they catch the ball before you take off.
That's right.
He should have plenty of time to score. There's that fly
there
ball.
Goes,
tag.
Lifts it.
Plenty of time
Wilson
to score.
Tags, watching, and will score.
There you go.
So the sac fly.
That's Bird's third RBI and only a second
There he
plate
goes.
appearance.
And Austin High now takes a 7-4 lead here in the bottom of the second. Anderson fouls this one off.
He also singled in the first, drove in one.
Anderson lifts this one. He'll single again as Martiak will score.
There you go. What a rope by Drew Anderson. Good base running by Martiak to score. Ribby for Anderson. That's his second of the game. He's swinging the bat really well, Drew Anderson is. And you can kind of see as we continue playing these games in tournament how this lineup and the defensive rotation should start working. It's starting to come much more clear.
Exactly. And it's starting to come together. We talked about it last week, the chemistry, right? Coach A still trying to figure out these guys trying to figure out each other. Well, now it has translated from last weekend into this weekend. That is starting to gel. And the chemistry starting to form as across the lineup. You're seeing it. Everybody kind of starting to pick up each other, and that confidence right now for this Maroon team really high. Coming into today and the way this has gone. As Martinez will skip that down the line, that will get fouled off.
You know, we were so close in that game yesterday. Besa hit a liner down the right field line. To me, I saw white turf pellets fly up, which would have been a fair ball. They call it foul. That right there is a difference in the game.
Exactly. Makes a huge difference.
Game of inches.
That's right.
Put a 4 spot up in each of the first and second innings. Let's see if we can make that 4 or 5 this time.
This one caught and retires the side. But Austin High, heading into the top of the third, have now taken a 4-run lead for themselves. You're watching Maroon Baseball on the Vibe Live Network. When we come back, Besa goes back to work.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages. With the latest technological advances, patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Welcome back in.
It looks like, David Roy, we have 27 different devices watching this game.
There you go.
Yeah, what's Merle say? It's like 2.7 people for every device, something like that.
Something like that.
I think Sportsman's Barbershop helping us. No telling how many guys they have in the chair and waiting. But if you do us a favor, now we're up to 30. If you'd hit that like button, that'd help our metrics in generating some cash off of YouTube. Doesn't cost you anything, just a quick thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. That also helps. We have over 1,300 subscribers to Austin High Maroon Athletic channel.
Eight to 4 lead for the Maroons, and like to see Besa continue and keep that.
We got 6, 7, and 8 in their lineup. Rodriguez, Hernandez, and Ibarra.
Wind up from Besa. Now come back on the 1-0. This one lifted, and Scott settles underneath it.
That right there is a good example of the key to Jaden Besa's pitching. Keeping him off balance. That was a straight change at 67 on the outside part of the plate and had Rodriguez off balance there. Got that easy can of corn fly ball.
There you go. Makes it nice and easy, and certainly your outfielders, your infielders love it when it's that easy to just settle underneath it and let it drop back down to you. Ball one here. Comes back inside. That'll go strike one. One away. Even count, 1-1, and Besa just missed the zone that time for the 2-1.
Yeah, that's a curve at 61, so he's been all over. His fastball's anywhere from 72 to 78, and his curve's in the 60s. There's another curve at 66, popped up over the right field side and out.
Fouls that one off.
The Leander tournament, but we are at Vandergrift. We've got 3 different host fields for this tournament.
Yeah, been all over the place this weekend. Was out at Liberty Hill Thursday. Yesterday, Maroons out at Vista Ridge, and then spending the rest of the day at the tournament here at Vandergrift.
Good rain showed there by Bird. You know, you can tell that the experience he had last year on varsity and then obviously playing varsity football, that gives him a lot more confidence to go make some of these plays. He's a proven player where some of our others, you know, maybe don't have that comfort level right now.
This one gets lifted and right into the infield. Logan Kenny settles underneath it. That's 3 away to retire the side. And so the Maroons bring their bats back to work at the plate when we come back. You're watching Maroon Baseball on the Vipe Live Network.
Hi everyone, I'm Gigi for Chuck Nash Chevrolet Buick GMC in San Marcos. We'd like to invite you to shop Chuck Nash, where we combine small town hospitality with a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Right now, we have over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and a friendly staff to guide you through your purchase. Stop into Chuck Nash Chevrolet Buick GMC today and experience a new way of buying or selling your next vehicle.
Welcome back in. Maroon baseball fans. Flores still working off the mound right now for Corpus Christi Carroll. But Austin High has come back up top of the order.
Hey, and just for where Sarge stepping in, we got a Red Jacket sighting. A couple of Red Jackets here supporting Austin High baseball.
So Scott will come up and get us going here in the bottom of the third. You know, after that big top of the first inning for Corpus Christi Carroll, they haven't been able to do much since then. And Austin High, over these last bottom half innings, they have been in full control. 4 runs in each of the last 2 innings scored for the Maroons. Let's see if they can continue that trend, as Scott will start with a swing and a miss.
69 miles an hour. That had to seem like a big beach ball coming in there. He just swung and missed it.
This one, he will make contact. It will bounce off the sliding second baseman and work its way out into center field, where it will then be scooped up. Now Coach Clark's got the cap on now.
He just wanted to suntan that head just a little bit.
Just wanted a little exposure. Not. He wanted it tanned. He didn't want it burned. 2 innings was enough.
So Scott picked up his base hit there. That's a hard hit ball up the middle. Second baseman for Corpus Christi Carroll did a good job of just ranging over there and getting a glove on it. Certainly not a routine play, but we have our leadoff hitter on. That's Scott's 13th game in a row that he's got a base hit.
There you go. And he's going to go for the steal, and he will be very easily safe. The throw was way off. It pulled short, way across the bag and back both in towards the mound and towards first. James slid, but honestly, he probably could have walked the rest of the way there as far in as that throw carried the shortstop.
That's a ball. Got his cleat, his left foot cleat caught in the dirt out there.
And so just like that, only one ball thrown towards Besa, and James Scott has been able to work his way around the base paths to third.
Yeah, you know, you were mentioning about how Basis kind of, Corpus hadn't scored really since the first. Tip the hat to Jaden Besa for coming up, keeping him scoreless. Now he's got an opportunity here to help himself. A lot of different ways to score here. The runner on third, and here's one right here.
There you go, pass ball. It's going to skip off the plate and back, and that will score the run. So 2 balls and no outs. And a runner has gone your leadoff runner has gotten all the way around the base paths without needing much assistance from Jane Besa in the process.
Hey, now he's got to look at himself almost like a leadoff hitter.
Exactly.
Right? He's not, but, there's nobody out, nobody on, so what steps can he take to get on base?
Right.
Been swinging a hot bat 0 for 2. Right now.
This one.
Get over his head.
Locked cleanly, center, drifting into left center, and that'll be one away as your center fielder is able to settle underneath it.
That's probably a 365-foot fly ball just to the wrong part of the park. Center again's 380. That was just to the left center side of that. We don't have it marked, but I would guess that power alley is probably 365, 370.
Yeah, it's kind of about what I was thinking. You're looking probably about where that was caught, probably looking closer to about 370. And
there he goes.
Contreras.
He continues to get hit by the pitch.
Well, I mean, coming in, he, had a lovely string of, base hit doubles, dating back for, going in from last week. And so I guess finally enough of the pitchers have said, yeah, we're not going to mess with that. We'll just, But we don't want to walk him and up our pitch count, so we'll just, let him take one on the arm.
Sure. Going back to last year, even Osby was pretty consistent getting on base.
Yeah.
That's continued on to this season. Really good to see. And Javi Godinez, he's been hitting the ball pretty well, too. 1 for 1, RBI, 2 runs scored, walked once.
Now that cloud cover has returned, at least for now. Give everybody a little bit of a reprieve from the sun.
And we do appreciate that. So does our equipment.
So does the equipment for sure appreciates the reprieve. So does the screens for what we are doing in terms of keeping everything updated. It's easier to see what we're looking at and what we're doing so we can make sure that you at home are having a pleasant viewing experience, including the return of our graphical overlays. And Contreras.
Oh, he's out.
Not in time. Maybe got a bit of a late jump.
Well, Coach A wanted to force the defense to make the play, and Carroll did. You just got to tip your hat. I mean, Osby isn't one of our fastest guys. He's not slow, but he's not one of our speed demons. But, hey, they made the play, so nothing you can do about that. Just get on, and maybe we have a little 2-out rally here with Javi Godinez sitting at 2 balls, 1 strike.
Austin High does have a 5-run lead, so you're not hurt really by that taking place. A 2-1 count here for Godinez. And that one just finding the outside part of the plate for the 2-2. Godinez fouls this one off. And Corpus Christi Carroll could not get underneath it.
Boy, they needed to be talking to him over on that dugout. That's his own dugout. Nobody was helping him with how much room he had. That ball could have been played and made, I should say.
Yeah, would have been the out to retire the side and take you into the top of the 4th, and instead, Godinez gets another crack at it here and takes for the 3-2. So he's worked this count to a full 1. With 2 away. From the windup, and they will walk Godinez with that one. They'll put a runner on with Fletcher Wilson coming to bear.
Fletcher standing in 1 for 2 today, scored a run, drove in 1. Does have 1 home run this year, big 3-run homer in San Antonio.
This one he will take for ball 1. Down low and outside. Flores with the throwback to first in the pickoff attempt. And we're for no other reason than to keep the runners honest.
Godinez, big lead over there. Ooh, he needs to get dirty over there. Don't get picked off. Coming in, standing up.
He's going to take off. Wilson's going to send this one the other way.
He has foul ball. I love how Coach A was trying
Coach
to sell
A was
that.
trying to sell it.
But that was clearly foul.
It was a good effort.
Wilson just out in front of that one, but hit it well.
Did just about everything right, just couldn't get it to stay fair. Pulled it in the opposite direction. Got it into the gap and just couldn't get it to stay on the right side of the third base line. It's one low, and they will have a little defensive indifference of their own.
That's a big bag. Base hit by Fletcher scores. Godinez, or should. Javi's good speed again.
A 2-1, 2 away. Godinez on the run again. And pass ball just helps that out a little bit more. So a 3-1 count just bounced off the catcher.
Yeah, I think that hit the dirt out in front of the plate and came up like a ricochet. Hit right off his face mask, to your point.
And then skipped away from third base, and Godinez was already on the move, just didn't have to worry about any kind of scramble. And here's Wilson, lifts that into gap, and Godinez can just jog his way in for the 10th run of the afternoon. Of the morning. Still not quite past noon yet.
11:17. We've been at this about, 77 minutes.
That's right.
2-hour time delay, or time limit I should say, not delay. We're not flying at ABIA. We're not delayed. Just kidding, ABIA people.
And Bodie Martiak will roll this one up to short, and that throw back to the bag at second will be in time to retire the side, and that will do it for the bottom of the third, with the Maroons adding 2 more to their total and taking a 10-4 lead going into the top of the fourth. You're watching Maroon Baseball on the Vipe Live Network. We'll be right back.
Almost every day, banking touches some aspect of your life, from growing your business, saving for retirement, or planning for future generations of your family. That's why it's so important to pick the right financial partner. The good folks at Plains Capital Bank have deep roots in Austin, serving Central Texas owned and operated businesses for over 20 years, from commercial real estate to managing your wealth. You can find them at plainscapital.com or call them at 457-7500. And when you talk to them, be sure to tell you that my friend Paul said hello, member FDIC.
Welcome back in. Top of the fourth inning, and the Maroons go back to work.
And Jaden Besa back out on the mound. He's thrown 50 pitches.
That's right.
Through 3, given up 4 hits. Walked 3, struck out 1 so far. He's faced 17 hitters. Would love to see him just keep working and eat up these innings and get it to that hour break in between this game and game 2, which is against Vandergrift. Vandergrift, historically a good program. It'll be both of our teams' 5th game of this tournament. So, again, 5 games in 3 days really test the depth of everybody's pitching staff, as well as giving plenty of guys an opportunity to show that they belong.
Yeah, there you go. This comes in.
Got 9-1 and 2 up.
This one gets fouled off. Basis still working off the mound here in the top of the fourth. And an 0-2 count. Wind up inside for ball one. So a 1-2 count.
No, that's not a good thing to do by Scott as your catcher. He called that himself.
Yeah,
that's not going to make you a friend with an umpire.
No. Breaking ball, and Scott thought that was it. This one grounded to third. Throw over to first in time. Wilson had to extend to reach it, but good throw, nevertheless, from Javi Godinez to put one away.
Back to the top, Daniel Flores.
High upstairs pitch here for Flores for the 1-0. This one gets fouled off for a 1-1 count. Besa with a 1-1 in the dirt. You see Scott have to shake out a handful of it from his glove.
He tried to nip that corner. 59-mile-an-hour breaking ball there. Coming back with the 67-mile-an-hour tailing fastball. Consistently working that outside part of the plate. Then he'll bust them inside.
He's worked it up to a 3-1 count. Here he comes back inside, and that one's fouled off. 3-2. One away. That one's high, and he will walk Flores.
It's his fourth walk. Coach A coming out. I think this is just a regroup. We could use that double play.
Yeah.
Again, we have Bird and Kinney up the middle. Godinez obviously still at third. You've got the skill set to get it done up the middle if we can induce that ground ball.
The umpire now coming out as this conversation is an ongoing one.
Lefty on lefty here.
With a runner on and one away, here comes Jane Besa. Tacks inside.
Yeah, Godinez hugging the line over there at third still with the lefty up. Very unusual. He should probably take about 4 or 5 steps to his left.
He's playing that pretty tight to the bag. And this one popped up. Fletcher Wilson settles underneath it. That's one away more. Leaves one on the bag. But 2 outs here in the top of the fourth.
You know, Godina's a really quick kid. He's got a good first step, so I think he's got plenty of range to make a play to his right. Might want to focus on cutting off that ball in between that 6 hole over there.
Besa comes back way inside here. Runner on the move, Scott, as throw tailed.
Yeah, he had a big jump. Big jump. And a runner now in scoring position.
Besa steps off there.
Another huge jump.
Runner on the move, and it's going to skip right to Logan Kenny, who will make the throw to first. Wilson had to leave his feet to snag it, but he does. Comes back down in time, and that will retire the side.
How about Stretch Wilson over there?
There you go. Took a little hop off the bag, came down square on it. And that'll leave a runner stranded for Corpus Christi Carroll, as the Maroons of Austin High will take over bottom of the 4th, up by 6. You're watching Maroon Baseball on the Vibe Live Network. We'll be right back.
Do you need a haircut? A real haircut? One that's tapered or blocked, clipped or trimmed just the way you like it? Come let the licensed barbers at the Sportsman's Barbershop take care of you. The Sportsman's Barbershop is a friendly, no-frills neighborhood barbershop located in Austin's Brykerwood area. Our barbers specialize in traditional haircuts for men and boys, along with beard trims and straight razor shaves. The trophies and mounts donated by customers that line the barbershop walls serve as testaments to over 60 years of serving Austin. Give the guys a call, 512-459-9525 to schedule your appointment today, or look us up online at sportsmansbarbershop.com. The Sportsman's Barbershop, an Austin institution.
Welcome back in. We're coming in at the bottom of the 4th, but we've got up for you here the inning-by-inning numbers on your screen. You can see it right there. 4 runs scored for Austin High in the bottom of the 1st and 2nd. 2 more tallied for him in the bottom of the 3rd. Scored on 10 runs on 9 hits, whereas Corpus Christi Carroll, 4 runs in the top of the 1st, nothing since, scored on 5 hits. So you can see the work being done there as the Maroons set to go back to work here in the bottom of the 4th.
Did you get a start time on this game by chance?
I had it at about 10:01.
10:01, okay. So we're almost an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
Patrick Bird stepping in 1 for 1, 3 RBIs. He does have a sacrifice fly.
There you go. Patrick Bird back at the plate, and the Bird is the word of the day right now, because Bird in his return has been fantastic. Reinserted out to second, who Dane Colvert was able to hold down pretty well in his absence, as he works, Bird does, up to a 2-0 count. I'll take that one. 3-0.
That wind's starting to blow in from left field.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up here. See the flags out there in center working their way from left to right as Bird will get on with a walk. And now time call here.
That's Charlie Dice coming in as a courtesy runner. Ooh.
Drew Anderson now comes in.
Anderson 2 for 2. 2 RBIs.
Well, he'll take this one for ball. Austin High score 2 more. Because I believe it's 8 after 5 for this part of the tournament, isn't it?
I think it's 10 on this one. You're right, 8 last tournament. Holy Toledo.
No, it was way outside. That was behind Drew Anderson.
By about 6 feet.
I mean, no kidding. Wow.
Reminiscent of Ricky Vaughn coming in the movie Major League.
Gosh.
Maybe he's got some of that Gaylord Perry spitball action going on. It just slipped.
Lost a handle on it. This one low. Good job reacting by the catcher because Dice was thinking about taking off with that one too. 3-0 count. In danger of walking another one here with Anderson. Anderson had the bunt sign on and takes and walks.
That brings up Jason Martinez, 0 for 1, walked once.
They have runners here at first and second. No outs. And Martinez here at the plate. This one's way outside again. Not quite 6 feet outside. That's all the way on the other side of the opposite batter's box, but was dang near through it. Bunt sign on here for Martinez, and that one's inside and in the dirt as well for ball 2.
Yeah, now that wind's kind of coming in almost from left center to center.
Bunt sign on again, and down in the dirt as well. And this is another pitcher, by the way. We haven't pointed that out yet either. This is not Flores now at the mound. And he is struggling with his control right now. He will walk a third straight batter and loads the bases for your leadoff in James Scott to come up to the plate. So bases loaded, and the Sarge, with nobody out, gets to come up to the plate to do some work here.
He's 1 for 2. He walked in the first, lined out to the second baseman in his second at-bat in the first, and then singled in the third. So he's got to make sure he pays attention to what's happened in the control of this pitcher and make sure he doesn't expand the zone. Stay within himself. Oh, it hit him down in the foot.
Yeah.
Yikes, that hurts. Right on the bone,
There
too, folks. I know he's not throwing that hard, but, boy, if you get hit on the bone, it doesn't really matter.
No. That's not a bad way, though, to get an RBI. Takes one on the hit by pitch, and
we're going to get a courtesy runner since he is catching. Yes, a couple Advil, man. I got hit one time in the right hip by a guy throwing about 55 miles an hour. I felt like I was shot. Everybody in the stands was trying to make fun of me. My coach was coming out like, what on earth is wrong with you? I'm like, he hit me right on the hip bone. A quarter of an inch either way, he got tissue.
Swing and a miss. Strike one from base. I had one, and the pitcher, I think it was intentional because he tried to hit me in the foot because he came up short as the pass ball there will score Anderson. So Austin High now has an 8-run lead. 2 more scored here in the bottom of the 4th.
Now, who on earth would ever want to hit the Radiator Roy on purpose?
What's funny about it, though, is he came up short because he gave the pitcher from the mound had the most incredulous look on his face when I did not go to first. Like, you didn't hit me.
Okay.
It just hit the ground first and then skipped into me.
That wild pitch brings in another run, make it 13-4. So we're 1 away here, 1 run away. I think it's 10 after 5 in this
10
tournament.
after 5, yeah.
Wow, David Roy. Oh, another wild pitch.
That was wild.
And we're not taking that. I think that's Deuce Schreiber as a courtesy runner over there at third.
That one was a little bit more, though, on the third base side. And probably Schreiber didn't think, or Coach A maybe didn't think that Schreiber would be able to beat that. Because it didn't quite come far enough back. That catcher was still in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, it is a still an RBI opportunity.
It is.
We have some fans up here not paying attention, and that wind blew that ball that was going to be way foul right back in and almost hit a couple of our Red Jackets. That would not have been a good day.
No.
Talk about red. It wouldn't have been a red jacket. It would have been a red bump.
And a walk here for Besa. That'll put runners at the corners. And we'll have Shipper come in and courtesy run for Jayden Besa.
Looks like Carroll is going to make a pitching change. Understandably so as being just 1 run away from the 10-run rule.
Yeah.
Which just, we have to come back out. Of course, there's no outs here, but if we do have to play that top of the 5th, it's important on us to get through that without giving up any runs.
Right.
And, man, you got to tip your hat so far to Jayden Besa, who is just like Jason Martinez yesterday, is eating up some innings. So that opens up the pitching staff for this game against Vandergrift. You got to think that we'd have pretty much, we'd have probably 7 or 8 guys that could probably throw against Vandergrift as the godfather of Vipe, Merle Bertrand, just pulls up to get ready. He is the play-by-play announcer for Vandergrift, but you got to think people like Carter Hayden, Henry Shooter,
sure,
maybe Bodie Martiak. I don't know where Bird is with his arm strength coming back. He probably has an opportunity. So pretty much anybody but Besa, Martinez, Wilson, or Schreiber would probably be available.
Yeah.
Kenny. Obviously, Kenny,
he
came in yesterday, threw 1 pitch, got an out, which was very key. So, pitching by committee next game, most likely.
There you go.
1 or 2 innings each, most likely.
Certainly, the committee approach is what has been employed here for Corpus Christi Carroll. Now, like you said at the top of the 1st, Corpus Christi coming in, they've already played 5 coming into this one, so their bullpen running dang near on empty. They're having to go deep into their reserves to pull this off.
Indeed. And Contreras stepping in 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch twice, struck out in the 2nd inning.
So here comes Contreras. Runners at the corners. And Shipper's going to take off.
Defensive indifference, but important. Base hit should score 2. Still showing 11:40, so it won't be time yet.
And Contreras will take the 0-1. That one just not quite in enough to catch the outside corner, so it'll be a 1-1 count. Our scoreboard operator seems to have given up. He ain't keeping track of that.
Line drive.
And he puts that one down that gap. That'll go for a base hit double.
Yeah, go for
2 runs score.
There you go. Good job, Osby. Dropped the hammer on that. Extended his Austin High team leading doubles. That is his 6th double of the season.
And it'll be the 10th hit for the Maroons today.
10 hits, and one of those hits belongs to Javi Godinez.
Yeah.
He's perfect on the plate. 1 for 1, has walked twice, scored 3 times.
And still no outs this inning here, by the way, for the Maroons. It'll be ball 1 here.
You know, you wonder if they have a mercy rule of 15 after 4, maybe. You don't want to embarrass anybody, but at the same time, wins are so hard to come through. You just want to put the game out of reach and end it if all possible.
It'll be a 2-0 count. Actually, 3-0 rather. See, I called them out. Now that, I get in trouble.
And for the 3rd time this game, Javi Godinez walks. How about that on-base percentage,
there
Mr.
you
Godinez? Go. And speaking of on-base percentage and hitting, Fletcher Wilson, 2 for 3 today, 2 singles. Came around and scored in the 2nd.
Wind up, throw. Low and away, and ball 1. Still have a runner in scoring position. Fletcher Wilson up with a runner at first, and still no outs.
Love to see it. It looks like we've got Gage Pitt on deck. So barring some insane triple play, Gage Pitt will get an opportunity.
2-0. A delivery, and outside for 3-0. Common thread here today for Corpus Christi Carroll, having a really tough time finding the zone. And again, as we pointed out, they're deep into the reserves of their pen, as that will be another walk, this one for Fletcher Wilson.
And this brings up Gage Pitt from the offensive side. This is Gage's 2nd game played. He is 0 for 1. Base hit here, he could increase his batting average 500 points.
Here you go. Pitt will take ball 1 again. Some movement over on the Corpus Christi side in their bullpen. And that'll be a strike called there. The 1-1. Pitt, contact made, and they will make the play at the plate. So the run will not score. It will keep the bases loaded, and it'll allow Pitt to get on base.
And that brings up Patrick Bird. 1 for 1, sac fly, and a walk. Some might be wondering, why isn't Coach A subbing out for Bird? I would think it's because he's continuing to try to shake off the rust and prepare. Bird hasn't had that many at-bats on the season so far.
Trying to get him caught up compared to some of the other guys who have had, 3 weeks worth of tournament play. Or a week and a half, what have you. You've had all the tournament play coming into today. Last week's tournament down in San Antonio, the game down at Sinton, and then the game at Stony Point. So you're trying to get Bird kind of caught up to the rest of this roster. And he'll swing and miss. Puts him down 0-2.
This is only his 6th plate appearance on the season. He came into today with 3. He's got 3 today. This is his 4th. So that'd be 7 plate appearances.
And good eye for him there to take the 0-2. It was inside. It'll be the 1-2. Gonna have to wonder if in that hour break, you would think if they will repaint the lines around the batter's box, because it is getting a little tough as Bird with another base hit. And that'll score one more for the Maroons, and yet still leave the bases loaded.
And Drew Anderson's up. Drew's another perfect day. 2 for 2 with a walk. He's yet to score.
Maroons up to 12 base hits today. 16 runs scored. And bases loaded with only 1 out as Drew Anderson at the plate now with a ball 1. And here comes a 1-0. Contact made, this one. The wind pulled that, and that'll skip over the right fielder's head. 1 run will score, and Coach A will finally have them put on the brakes, so another base hit.
And we have a substitution here in for Jason Martinez. We have Ty Deuce Schreiber. Schreiber stepping in, hitting 167, 2 for 12. Only has 12 at-bats, 15 plate appearances. Got a double, 2 RBIs, 1 run scored.
17-4 the lead for the Maroons. Don't go anywhere. You'll have a little bit of a break, but then we will be back at about 1 o'clock for game 2 of our doubleheader. Is that one inside, and Schreiber pulls that one foul. And the 1-1 just misses. Don't forget, like, subscribe. It's very important. Helps us.
We like you. You like us, please.
As that one from Schreiber gets lifted and the shortstop able to settle underneath it for the 2nd out of the inning. And we are back to the top of the order with a Sarge coming back to the plate.
1 for 2, walk and a hit batter. Scored twice, driven in 1.
And this one gets fouled off.
If he can get a base hit here, we'll see if that mercy rule is in fact 15 after 4.
We'll see.
Sitting at 17-4.
It's a 13-run lead.
Would be good just to go ahead and end it so you don't have to send Besa out there after a very long delay. Those muscles in his arm would tighten up, muscles and ligaments.
This one's outside, ball 1. Got to think with the speed that Bird has, I mean, he may not be the fastest, but He's not by any means slow. That a base hit would score 2 and put you at that 15.
Well, big hack there.
Yeah,
Missed it.
Swing and a miss. Waved at it. And a 1-2.
Be patient.
There it is.
Hit it
Contact
right into the
made,
wind.
and that's going to drop right into the glove of the center fielder, and that will go for the third out and retire the side.
No chance of finding out if that mercy rule's 15 after 5.
Well, but we may find out if it's 8 after 5 as we'll head into the top of the 5th, and the Maroons up big, 17-4. When we come back, you're watching Maroons baseball here on the Vipe Live Network.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. Or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
Welcome back in. And the Maroons will see Jaden Besa come back out to finish this one. He's pitched well today despite the rough start in the top of the first. Of course, it has been helped by the bats that have come alive here for Austin High this afternoon, including a big bottom of the 4th. 7 runs scored to bolster the Maroons further. They have not had an inning go by here this morning where they have not scored a run. Have not scored at least 2.
That's good to see. Good to see.
So if nothing else, it's a nice confidence booster.
Yeah, this one also falls under the do what you're supposed to do.
That's true, too.
Carroll came in, 1-10, I believe, or something like that. And, obviously they're out of pitching, but we still executed. We did what we were supposed to do.
So, and it comes back to, what has been the common thread throughout these last few weeks. Can we get back to playing the fundamentals of the sport? Can we get back to good, clean, fundamental baseball? No miscues, no mistakes. And to their credit, there haven't been any today. Certainly none that have hurt at the very least.
Yep.
As Besa, this one gets lifted into the wind, and that will pull it in and allow Kenny to settle underneath it, and that's one away.
Good quick out there. Base is sitting at 63, going on 64 pitches.
Wind up from Besa. And it is upstairs for ball 1. Swing and a miss there, and that'll be strike 1 here with 1 away. This one got him bunched up, and that'll allow for the grounder to short, throw to first in time, and that's 2 down.
That's a very good job by Logan Kinney out there at shortstop. That ball did not bounce true. This is a natural grass facility here, and I was watching the ball, and it kind of kicked to his right. Kenny kept his eye on it, came through, had good soft hands, made the good throw after he fielded it completely. So nice job, and much more difficult play than what he made that look.
Base comes back, this one inside, ball 1. upstairs. So the 2-0. And Besa on the windup. Finds his own, strike one. Gets them to wave at it here, so the 2-2 count. And got to think is a strike away. Go for a ball there. That one just a bit outside. So full count, 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll do the side.
That should do the game as well.
That should do the game.
So an excellent job today, especially by Jaden Basic, coming back after giving up the 4 spot in the first inning. The next 4 innings scoreless. So he also did what he had to do, and overall good job by the Austin High Sticks and offense to come out and score those 17 runs on what we're seeing as, 12 hits. So again, they did what they had to do. Now we've got a second game going on.
That's
Should
right.
start at 1 o'clock. It's on a different link. Still on YouTube, but a different link. And we may pay some bills here for a second and see if we might have a post-game interview or not, see if the team has time.
So when we come back, we'll see if we'll have a post-game interview. If not, James and I will give you some closing thoughts, and we'll go from there. You're watching Maroons Baseball on the Vibe Live Network.
After a tough game on the diamond or a strenuous day on the job, relief from those aches and pains is waiting for you at Somanos. Kiko is a certified flexibility expert and wellness practitioner who provides comprehensive body work, mobility coaching, and intentional breath work that allows the body to relax while relieving pain and alleviating injuries. Somanos offers a variety of therapeutic services to fit your needs and not hurt your budget. Relieve pain and increase your quality of life with Somanos. Move better, feel better, live better. 512-800-3064 or online at somanosbody.com. Somanos, proud supporter of Austin High Baseball.
Probably be a pretty good interview too.
I'm Hunter Malloy with Prosperity Roofing. Central Texas got hit hard with hail this year, and Prosperity Roofing has been there to pick up the pieces.
My house took some damage in that last hailstorm, and Prosperity Roofing quickly worked directly with my insurance company to replace it with a way better looking roof. They earned my 5-star review. I highly recommend them.
Everything important in your life happens under your roof. Let Prosperity Roofing give your home the roof it deserves.
Ow.
Ready to turn your vision of the perfect space into reality? James Gonin knows that great design is where it all begins. With a passion for creativity and years of experience in both residential and commercial architecture, James knows how to bring your ideas to life. Whether it's your dream home or the next big commercial project, like the new baseball field for Austin High, James Gonin will make your architectural dreams a reality. More info at jamesgonin.com. James Gonin, architect and proud supporter of Austin High Baseball.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert. Welcome to Covert Chevrolet in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, where small town values drive big time savings. At Covert Bastrop, we understand what matters to you most. A good deal, great service, and dealing with people you trust. What matters to you matters to us. Rooted in family values since 1909, the Coverts have been serving Central Texas for 6 generations. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop. Together, let's drive. CovertBastrop.com.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we're proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you. Or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com. Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages with the latest technological advances. Patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.